All right, what's good, YouTube? Jay here. So today we're going to be talking about a bunch of new updates to specifically the jack conversion kits for a lot of different weapons. A lot of things got rebalanced and adjusted just a little bit. There was an update for today, just a random Tuesday update. We're just kind of going to go over everything. So let's start off with what we've got here. Modern Warfare 3 has received, or Warzone and Modern Warfare 3 received updates today for Season 1 Reloaded. There was a rough release, obviously, with Season 1, so they wanted to release this today to kind of improve, you know, on what released with Season 1 Reloaded. There were a lot of issues, so luckily that they're pushing out some updates early to hopefully address a lot of different things. For the first time since their release, Modern Warfare 3's aftermarket parts have received a massive overhaul to update how each one works after devs realized they did not function as designed. Among them are the Jet Etten double barrel kit, which goes on the AMR9, the Jack Thunder LMG kit, which goes on the Sidewinder, and the Jack Signal Burst, which goes on the Holger. Both like the DMR version and the assault rifle variant. Let's see, operators, skins, and blueprints that are not actively available in the store cannot be purchased directly from the armory. I don't care about that. Multiplayer addressed an issue causing camo challenges to appear multiple times during the after action report. Selecting the Carrick 300 11K optic attachment will no longer unexpectedly kick the player back to the menu, and they've revised multiple attachment descriptions to better reflect their true effects. The mini optic for the X10 mini optic, the TAC, I don't really know the names of any of these optics. Like there's over 100 plus. I really don't even know what like these attachments are for what particular weapon. So they revised the fully loaded challenge descriptions to clarify attachment requirements. That's really good, because for the longest I did not know what fully loaded meant, but it was like getting a kill with a full magazine or something, I think. They fixed progression for the signal camo for the TAC Evolver. It can now be progressed to completion. The electric shock event challenge would now track as progress. I didn't actually know these two were broken. I do know with the electric shock event, I was just getting it even though I didn't use the ability. But that's cool. I just read this part. For the souped up limited time mode, 10V abilities cannot be earned more than once per life. That was one of my biggest issues with the mode, and I am planning on making a video on that today. It was broken. It wasn't fun because you couldn't loop the abilities. Like you got them once and then you died and then you had to earn them again. So now you can actually earn them more than once per life. That's really, really good. They've also adjusted columns displayed in the in-match scoreboard, kills, confirms, and denies. They've adjusted private match settings to align with the CDL, blah, blah, blah. Now, on to the conversion kit adjustments. The Holger 5.56 got a colossal buff. They've increased the gun kick control benefit by 10%, the recoil control benefit by 10%, and they've decreased the burst fire delay from 120 milliseconds to 90 milliseconds. So it is 25% faster. They buffed the Sidewinder LMG kit. Basically, they decreased the bullets required to reach maximum fire rate from 25 to 15. So it's 40% faster in achieving that maximum fire rate. We're gonna have to test a couple of these out. And then here's a huge buff to the AMR9, or a huge list of changes. So I got 3 sets of nerfs to the near maximum, medium damage range, all that. They've increased the headshot damage multiplier. They've decreased a lot of things to the torso, arm, and hand damage multipliers. Then they've also increased the upper leg multipliers, lower leg, foot damage, and increased the rate of fire from 7, 8, 9 rounds per minute to 833 rounds per minute. So I got a buff overall. It's interesting that they nerfed all this. Was it even that good? Because I think my biggest issue with the AMR9 was it sucked. Like, it was actually not a great gun. Then they got a nice buff and made it competitive, and then they're nerfing it like crazy again. I don't know. That's interesting. They've overhauled the firing mechanism of the Jack double barrel kit to simultaneously fire 2 bullets per shot. So before it was just like shooting 1 at a time, but kind of fast. Now it shoots 2 at a time. And they've added a bunch of different multipliers. They've also decreased the aim down sight spread by 75% and decreased the hip fire penalty by 50%. That's actually crazy. Now the Jack 9, or the Jack Headhunter carbine conversion for the Rival 9 got a lot of nerfs. And this thing is not good. It's actually, in my personal opinion, one of the worst conversion kits in the game. They decreased the maximum damage from 30 to 26. Wow. They decreased the medium damage from 29 to 24. They've decreased the minimum damage to 22, down from 25. They've buffed the headshot damage multiplier, the neck multiplier, and the upper torso damage multiplier. They've decreased the burst fire delay from 800 milliseconds to 66 milliseconds, which is nice. They've decreased the sprint to fire penalty, so that's a buff. They decreased the ADS penalty, that's a buff. And they decreased the hipfire spread penalty by 20%, so that's also a buff. And then the DM56, which is the marksman rifle version of the Holger, it got the same number of buffs. You know, recoil control benefit, gun kick control benefits all increased by 10%. And then a buff to its burst fire delay. Breacher drones, what is this one? Detonation upon impact within 5 meters will now occur with a decreased detection radius. Previously, the breacher drone cannot detonate upon impact with a player within the initial 5 meters of its flight. Now it can detonate with a reduced detection radius within this range, addressing reports of the drone passing through enemies. So this is a buff to the breacher drone. And then we've got some changes to war or zombies. I almost said World War Z for some reason. We got to change to zombies. A couple of adjustments here and there. Dokumi's week-long spotlight has ended, and now a random warlord will be selected at the start of each match. Players can view which warlord is active via the attack map. Players can also progress to Act 4 mission Storm the Castle by eliminating any warlord when this mission is active. Players will no longer be able to eliminate Dokumi in one shot with multiple weapons. Okay, that's probably good for the zombies players out there. I do need to make a zombies video, man, I know. But moving forward, all of the same things for Warzone, for all these things, everything got adjusted pretty much. The AMR9 only adjustment in Warzone is an increased rate of fire, and then the adjustments to the double barrel kit. Same with this one, all this stuff has been adjusted like it was in multiplayer, save for the AMR9. The AMR9 actually got more multiplayer nerfs. Same with the Rival 9, actually. All the nerfs that you got in multiplayer aren't applying to Warzone. And then moving forward, same with the Breacher drone. It fixed an issue that would cause players to encounter an error while attempting to open the custom loadout menu of a loadout drop. Nice. Fixed an issue with text alignment on Champions Quest. Fixed an issue causing incorrect icons to appear when pinging cash, deposit balloons, and plunder. Fixed an issue that was causing the Champions Quest tracker to show progress. Fixed an issue that was preventing the Bounce Backalicious daily challenge for tracking self-revives. And then they fixed an issue causing perk packages to equip incorrectly when selecting a loadout. I never encountered that one, funny enough. Fixed an issue causing Champions Quest third element to spawn without destroying the attack helicopter. And they fixed an issue causing Champions Quest safe to not be marked on the map. And that looks like everything. So we're gonna go over to Call of Duty really quick, hop in the firing range, and just kind of test out to see how all of the new changes to the guns feel, specifically in multiplayer. First, we're gonna test out the AR-9 really quick. So this is with the conversion kit on. It's now firing 2 bullets at the same time. If you burn through that ammo quick. So yeah, it literally fires 2 bullets at the same time. Basically, you only get 15 rounds per mag, considering it fires 2. That's what it's like now that it fires 2 at the same time. So what we're going to test out next is a regular version of the AMR9. Now there's been buffed with a slightly higher fire rate. Ooh. Oh, this thing shoots way faster. Wow. That I think that's going to be nice. Despite some of the nerfs and changes of the guy, it also feels a lot more stable too. But I'm curious to see how this is going to play out in multiplayer. This feels way nicer. Okay, I'm a fan. So next we need to check out the Holger. Now this is the Holger 556. So this is the AR version. Oh, that's way faster. Yeah, that's way faster. Yeah, I like that. All right, so that got a faster rate of fire. Let's test out the Rival 9. All right, so this one in particular got a buff to its rate of fire. Let's see how this one feels. Ooh, and it doesn't move. It goes up to the right slightly, but this is me without holding down the thumbstick. Yeah, that's extremely easy to control if you put in the effort to control it. That's very easy. Wow. Okay, so it did get a nerf to a lot of its damage spots, but it did get some buffs too. I mean, you just got to kind of play around with it to see how it feels. But that rate of fire is crazy. So next we need to check out the other Holger. I'm sorry, I probably should have did this in a little bit more of an organized order. Let's go over to the marksman rifle, the DM56, and I think I have a variant already set up, or maybe I don't. Okay, so we're gonna equip this. This is with the conversion kit on. Let's see how it feels. This also got a buff to its rate of fire. Still feels oddly slower than the Holger thing. Maybe it's just a placebo kind of thing. Maybe I'm tripping. Yeah, no, that's noticeably faster. I'm loving the buffs to these things because they did feel like they were struggling to compete with a lot of the other guns in the game. At least in my personal opinion, I wasn't a fan of some of these conversion kits. The Holger was pretty much the only one that felt good to me, but the others just felt really weak in comparison. In the sniper pistol, the conversion kit for the tier actually is amazing. Like, that thing can one-shot at some absurd ranges. So the last one we need to test out is the Sidewinder. Probably the most hated gun in the entirety of the game. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's a lot faster. You get to the point a lot quicker. Yeah, I'm a fan of that. It doesn't take long to fully like ramp it up, you know? Yeah, I like that. That's a nice change. They basically sped up all the conversion kits, made them shoot a lot faster, get to the point quicker. The AMR9 changes are really nice because it kind of felt like it didn't have an identity with that conversion kit. That being said, I'm probably gonna have to rock like a 100-round mag or something on it, or 50-round maybe, I don't know. It's gonna burn through ammo quickly since it shoots 2 bullets. A 30-round mag on that is basically a 15-round mag. These changes to the Holgers, to the Sidewinder, to the Rival 9, I'm a big fan of all these changes, man, and I think it's hopefully gonna give a reason to want to play with these conversion kits, because so far this is my favorite thing about the game, the ability to basically turn a gun into another variant of a gun. I love that, man, and I hope they keep adding more of these. They said they will. I'm curious to see what other guns are going to get their own conversion kits. There were no noticeable changes to like the ACR conversion kit or the MTZ's conversion kit. We're gonna have to kind of wait and see, I guess, for those. The Palmia didn't get any changes, I noticed, either. Probably because it doesn't need them. It's already strong enough as is, which means I'm kind of shocked they didn't nerf it. But these are W changes. I'm glad they're addressing the issues with the conversion kits just kind of feeling all over the place. And the fact they're going into depth on why they wanted to change them, that, you know, that information that was provided on Charlie Intel gave a full dev breakdown on why they're making the changes to these conversion kits. Again, shout out to Sledgehammer for the W communication. I know Season 1 Reloaded was a bit of a rough start, but I'm glad they're taking the effort to address a lot of issues and fix things in a timely manner. Same with Raven, because obviously they're handling a lot of the Warzone stuff. Those that do not know, the reason why Season 1 Reloaded was so broken was apparently they were trying to, it actually launched with features for a future update in addition to the Season 1 Reloaded data, so everything just kind of broke. But I'm glad that they're taking the time to adjust things accordingly and take care of it in a timely manner, because we would have not gotten that with the Infinity Ward, and I know that for a fact. There are so many things in MW2 that were still broken and never got changed or fixed or anything. I'm gonna be sure to make a couple of different videos on all of these new changes to the conversion kits. Guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like on it, subscribe to the channel for gaming content. As always, this has been Jay the Gamer. I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day. Peace.